computer, and it did. Oh, okay. Matthew's on there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put these in, the earbuds in on this one to see if they can hear me on that one. If not, I am now live. I'm now live on the phone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? This is weird. It never happened before. That's okay. That's weird. But anyway, the one on the phone is now working, which is separate than this one. I guess it's working. Yeah, I can't even see this on here. It's got a long delay. But anyway, the one on the phone appears to work. I don't know what's going on with my big computer. I haven't used my Go Live in some time. Yeah, definitely not muted. I don't know. Oh well. Hello, hello, hello. Nothing. Wow. Hmm. Okay, I'll call the. I'll have to call the either Facebook or Microsoft. My HP Smart Friends. I'll call HP Smart Friends. They usually help me more. I just don't know what's going on. If anybody comes on here, that'd be cool. If not, I understand. The first time I ever had a problem, that's really weird. I have had problems with Zoom before.
I am making my sausage, squash, bean, and chard soup, which is so comforting and hearty. It is sure to satisfy.
Now some lady just popped on making some kind of hearty soup. I guess we like to have hearty soups. But anyway, yeah, it's so weird because I just learned how to use. Well, I just learned how to use it. I just saw that there was the option to use this format on my phone to go live. I have to go live vertical and not horizontal. But so there's a lot of horizontal filming, a lot of vertical filming now. I've done a few movies. I mean, a few things. I don't know, Matthew, if you like Logic, but I was in a Logic video. And I've done a lot of other acting, of course, since I saw you last. And also 100 Gex. I just cut some of the. I got recognized today from Logic. I didn't know that dude was black, part black, I guess. He uses the N word a lot, So I guess he is supposed to be allowed to say the N word, which he really is not. That's not a good thing to do. But anyway, if you can hear me, I don't know. It says nobody's on right now. And that is welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, he has the pass. I guess he's really nice. Very. He's a smart dude. He's a smart dude. I guess he was had a bad life. Maybe he was abused. I don't know. Mm. I'm supposed to be filming tomorrow, but they canceled without telling me. Of course, I figured out the wrong way. But they're remaking The Office, and since I was on The Office in season 3, they checked my availability to see if I would be available to be on The Office again. I always they'll start with, "Would you like to?" Oh, David, we're just calling to see if you'd like to be on this. Well, of course, I would love to be on that. However, I don't know if I'm available. Just because I want to be on it, you know, I don't know. But I'm gonna try to log off on all these ones, and that sucks. I hate calling. The smart friends are usually Indian, and they're really smart but hard to communicate with. Then the uh, YouTube is always a mess. YouTube, because my channel's not that big. I have 14,300. If I was the Kardashians calling, they would be right on it. Hey, David, I'm so sorry this happened to you. What can we do? Oh my God. Let me kiss the other cheek. But yeah, so that's it. So where are you working now? Oh, okay. I remember you were at Home Depot, you said a long time ago. Oh, okay, cool. I'm mostly doing acting now and that kind of stuff. Side gigs, of course, side hustle, but definitely acting is where the do re mi is. So that's what I like to do because it makes a lot of money. It's super easy. You never have to force yourself to get up to go to work. It's like, oh no, what I gotta do tomorrow? I gotta go be on a movie and eat. I have to eat steak. I don't eat lobster, but there's a lot of lobster there. I'm gonna eat steak, and they're gonna pay me a lot of money. If they don't feed me on time, I get extra money, and I'm gonna work with movie stars, and I guess I'll get up and do it. So now that my health is better, I lost a lot of weight. I'm able to do a lot of stuff, but I can't do. Since I lost a lot of weight, I am no longer the fat guy. I'm just a fat guy. And so if I had lost the weight, I get to live longer. But if I was fat, I was the heaviest guy there. Now I'm just a heavy guy, and I'm I try to get roles. I put in for roles I think I match age wise, but recently I've been booking things for like 30, 35, 40, which is weird. You never know. Like I always tell people on this channel, in fact, they were asking me that question, came up on my channel, is do um, how do they know if they should use you for a role? Should I put in for it? I said, what I usually do is I think, does the guy really exist? If it's really a person, I played George Washington, of course, but I was wearing a costume. So did he. But uh, what I think, if it's not a real person, they can change it. I mean, I played one movie. I can't really say what it is, but I made a movie where the person was supposed to be African American, but he's not a real person, so they changed it to me, a white person. So we always say, I lost my job to those whatevers, but I'm sure some people, if they knew I got it, and he's supposed to be African American, they'd say, I lost my job to that guy. You know, that's not fair. So I don't know, but yeah, I got another one where since I have made stuff like I made that skateboard you see behind us. I made that skateboard deck. I don't know if you can see it, but that's one of the things I made uh, in the Adobe suite. So Adobe wrote me, and I was interested in working with them. Oh, just assume they'll be offended by everything, you know. And people were calling me, they were telling me I should die and quit breathing air because I merely said Trump was going to win. Trump was going to win. I've been telling people that for 4 years. If Trump decides to run again, he's not going to lose again. He's going to win. And the Democrats, they even put forth a candidate to run against him. So it was pretty pretty easy. And that's all I said. I never said, I love Trump. Trump's the best. Boy, I hate that Kamala Harris, or I hate that Joe Biden. Nothing like that. But yeah, so that's what happened. I'll bring the phone into my mom's, where my mom is, so you can say hi to her. 1 second. I had to buckle up my britches. Well, I undid my britches, so because I was changing and I was trying on costumes, not costumes, but trying on wardrobe, 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 wardrobe. So I'm not going here to get my mom to turn her TV off. So one thing you'll be able to see her, but she'll be able to see you. Hey, Mom.
Damages, though no criminal charges are involved.
Turn it off.
It marks one of the first challenges
Matthew's
to
on here.
so-called shield laws
Don't
in
scream,
states
don't
like
make a
New
noise.
York, designed to protect physicians.
Matthew's on here, but so is the entire world. So don't say anything wrong. So here, hold it there. Say hello to this.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mom, say hello.
Hi, are you there, Matthew? I don't see him.
Mom, I told you you're not going to see him. You're not going to see him.
Alright. Hello, Matthew.
He's writing. He says, "Hi, go," right there.
Where is it?
Hi,
Oh, you're
go.
moving it.
Well, Mom, because your head's not in there. Look. This is where you are. So that's what he said.
Hi. Merry Christmas. We miss you.
He says hi and put a heart. See, Mom.
Oh, that's nice. I can't. It's
Well,
moving.
Mom, it has to move. It's you. Okay, it's a camera. It's a camera. It's just gonna move. Now he says, "Merry Christmas."
Oh, that's
Okay,
nice.
I'm gonna go back in here since you're
So
on.
good to hear from you.
Since you're on with the whole world, we can go ahead and log off.
Uh-huh.
I thought we'll go ahead and go. Say bye, Mom.
Bye.
Okay, we're back. It wasn't just a matter; it's the whole world can see it. And the whole world's definitely not on there, but you always say stuff for the whole world to see. The first time I went live, I only got people from China of all things, and I don't know why. It wasn't a setting or anything. They were just asking me about acting out here and speaking Mandarin and all that, which I don't speak, but maybe since I live in an area where it is all, well, almost all Asian. They always say you're old if you remember when Caucasian people lived in Arcadia. They say it's all now Asian. So that's what they say. Are you allowed to say that? Are you offended? People are offended about that, I'm sure. That's not right. I saw a white person yesterday. Well, okay, there might be one or two. But so they're asking about that. And then in the Ukraine, they were watching videos of my cat batting around things. She just died last month. Last month? No, in October. But she was sweet and we loved her. And she, they were watching her while they're in the bomb shelters. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna be on too long because I was going to film tomorrow, so I set everything up. But in order to be an influencer, because I've got some influencer stuff with some different categories, which is weird because it's not really my niche. My niche is supposed to be health and fitness, healthy lifestyle. But I seem to get more stuff for electronics, you know. And then I just got this today. But I'm already working as an ambassador on the Clutch, and this is like a copy, I guess, of Clutch. It just comes from the TikTok shop, so they sent that to me. I have to. I'm sure Clutch is not going to want me to do this. This is a magnetic charging brick, and that's what the Clutch is. This is a lot fatter, and I think a lot cheaper. But a lot of people want you to do things for free. They'll say, "Well, I'll give you a free whatever," and say, "You know, I love your free items, and if you want to give it to me, but I'm going to need some money to film, or I'm going to need some commission, or both. Hopefully both." So, yeah. You heard the APU doesn't have a football team anymore after all that Hold'em D and winning the national championship. There's no football team at all. It's really weird. I filmed on a specific campus, and so I walked over to where they were, and it wasn't there. It was where we used to watch the football games. It's not there, but they said it did change after winning the national championship. They got so big, they had to play their games over at Citrus, the big private school, or the big public school next door. And after that, I don't know. Here's the thing I got. See, it's famous on the TikTok shop, but all it is, it's a magnetic thing. They have these little magnets here. I guess I don't need those. They clip on here, and this just slaps to the back of your phone, which is like the clutch does. And I do get money from the clutch, so definitely, even if things being really good, I wouldn't be able to do anything about that. But so anyway, we got to get together and have some yums, and that maybe the waiter Joe will come by and give us some food. But anyway, everybody, I'm talking to my son Matthew, who's on here too. Matthew, say hello. He's typing, and he's a good boy. I guess he's working, and that's good. So nowadays you gotta be thankful for what you get with all the crazy nuts out there and people going bad everywhere. It's like people you never expect to go bad. So hopefully everything's going good there. And all that. Let's see what's going on with me. Oh, this Friday the 13th. That was the original topic was Friday the 13th. But since a lot of stuff going on, we got escalations in the war in in Russia, and Trump said they're going to have to stop that. We'll have to see if they agree. I mean, here we are, the world's most powerful military. I mean, if we had to take out Russia and China at the same time, if you live in Russia, don't get your feelings hurt. If you live in China, don't get your feelings hurt. But we could do it. We're very, very powerful. It's weird because you look at the military, you're like, what's that? You know, what is she, he, or they? I don't know. But we're bad. We're really bad. So don't mess around. Don't F around and find out, right? But I was talking about some of the videos I was done. Today I got recognized. I was at the mall in Arcadia. And it's weird because I got recognized at the mall in Arcadia for the 100 Gex one. If you haven't seen that, there's only like 2 or 3 people on here. But this will be saved and rebroadcast, not live. But if you haven't seen the 100 Gex video, Doritos and Fritos, I was on there. You can see me. And I was on the, I've done a few videos, music videos, but usually further back. I play a chef. Then I was you might see some photos of me dressed up in a weird cowboy costume. I played a nightclub owner in the 50s or 60s or whatever, and everybody's doing their acts around me, like the magician and a guy playing the guitar and someone playing the squeeze box, the accordion. And that's out. But I was there, and someone comes up to me and says, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me." And I thought, well, did I drop something? Do they need me to? Are they going to say, "Can you spare a couple of dollars, or do you have an extra cigarette?" Which I don't smoke, and I don't have an extra $2. I ain't got no dollars. I ain't got no money at all. But they said, "You were on the Logic video, and may I have your autograph?" And I said, "Huh, weird. Okay, yes, I was on the Logic video, and yes, you may." I did that video on my birthday when I turned 61, so 2 years ago. 2 years ago in a few days. I did that video. And if you go back that way or whatever, I'll put it in the comment section. Not on this one because this is live. But if you want to see that video, let me know. But if you do want to see the 100 Gex, all you can do is go and put 100 Gex, Doritos, and Fritos, and you're going to see me. You see this guy. And who knows, 100 Gex, you're out there, both of you, both two. There's 150 Gex, the other one's 50 Gex, whatever number of Gex you are. Right here, I'm available. So, but anyway, hope everybody's doing great out here and getting ready, and no weird occurrences on Friday the 13th. They say Friday the 13th, a very lucky day to buy a lottery ticket, and you have until 8 o'clock, I think, tonight to buy a lottery ticket. The person that lost all that money, all those millions and millions of dollars, it looks like, I said, what are the chances of a guy buying, what are the chances of 2 people going to the same store, playing the same numbers, and both winning the big prize? When they say the chance of winning is like 3 trillion to 1, and 2 people, and I knew it's either going to be a glitch or the computer glitch, and they can't admit that there was a glitch, or it's just not true. It has made it to increase our interest in winning the lottery. That's a lot of money. So now that there's only 1 winner, does he get more? I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, I never thought that there was 2 winners with the exact same numbers. I don't play the lottery. Well, sometimes I'll put money in a lottery pool, but I don't go out like every Friday. I have to go out and buy $10 worth of nothing like that, but like they say, if you don't play, you can't win. Well, we do have a lot of videos out right now. There is a video currently that came out. It'll be out on Monday. So if you want to win this guy, a fun pop. People say, well, how do you get all this cool stuff, David? Like all the Gans, all the one of these Funko Pop. This guy, you always have like cool stuff. You have a cool channel. Your channel has a lot of cool stuff on it. How do you get all that stuff? I don't know. I don't know. I just got it. Like here is a toy from a Happy Meal or a kids meal from Wendy's. Now, how do I have that? I don't know. I just do. But we did the one for the Gans Bear, and that was one on the 10th. Today's the 13th, and so we're going to run this next contest from Monday the 16th all the way to the 23rd. That's 7 days. It's not really all the way. We first started with 4 weeks, then we went to first we started with 4 weeks, then we went to an 8-week contest, and nobody won that prize. This is you get everybody's probably seen it. Nobody wanted the Rosie O'Donnell friend of Barbie. Does anybody out there want her friend of Barbie? I think what we have to do is package her all up nicely and mail her to the President of the United States, Donald Trump. He seems to have a Rosie on his mind. So we'll see if he might want her. I think he probably does. I think he's got a secret crush on her. But that video comes out on Monday, and that is a comment picker video. You have to put your comment on that video. You can put comments on this video, any other video, but in order to be entered in that contest, you're going to have to put a comment on that video. That's going to be out Monday. The reason it's out Monday is we're going to run it for 1 week, and that'll be the first day you can put in for it. You can put in it on the 23rd when I draw it. I don't draw it. The computer draws it. If you go back that way, you'll see some of those comment picker. If you go to my playlist, the comment picker playlist, and look, you'll see that being picked. And pretty exciting, huh? Someone could actually win that Funko Pop. Is it worth any money? I don't think so. I got probably 4 of that series. 4 Funko Pops of that series. And maybe we'll do one for this, the power bank. We will not do one for this guy. He wants to eat some yums. He tells people to subscribe, like, and share. But where did I get this? I found this on the ground. I was on my walk. I walked the 200 plus miles for my birthday month walking challenge. If you go back there, that was when I was on the Logic video. That was the last day of my thing, and I had to walk around the location we filmed at Cal Poly Pomona. I had to walk in circles there and make sure I was walking all the time. And people say, hey, you like to walk a lot, don't you? I sure do. I love to walk. But I also I knew I still needed some steps. I thought I needed some steps. I ended up going over the 610 miles in that month, the 30,000 steps a day, 25,000 steps a day. Did that. But, yeah. So that came out, and let's see what else is out there. Oh, anyone that's local, if you want to do a focus group, I did it today. It was pretty easy. They had 3 little cubes of chicken, about the size of a sugar cube that you sucked on a little bit and then took it out. But your mom says, don't you be eating out of the sugar bowl. About that size. I dipped it in sriracha, and I tried it, and it's weird because I thought it'd be really, really hot, and it was. It was spicy, but it wasn't to the point where I couldn't taste the food. And anyway, if you're local to there, I put the phone number. There's a video back that way. I would give it to you again, but the phone number's in the car. But if anybody's interested in that, it is in Arcadia, California. So if you live like in Arcadia, Monrovia, maybe you live in Duarte, maybe you live in Temple City. I don't know. It might be worth it. But anyway, I think I'm going to log off, everyone. I think I'm going to log off. I've been on 24 minutes. And I have to do some to fix up some other videos. Then I found out I have to add to my day by first calling the smart friends to find out what the heck is going on. I have a big design computer. It's like this. I'm probably turn it around. So you can see it's really big. And this is the computer I designed a lot of stuff like that there. And then I won a competition for another one. And people will say on the one I won the competition for, hey, the lady's feet aren't touching the ground. And I did that on purpose. We said, oh, yeah, sure, you did it on purpose. When you use Photoshop, you want to do something that's kind of impossible so people know it's not just a photograph. If I took a camera out and went, that's one thing. There's some great photographers. You have to really work hard. But the one that I won the contest for, I did that for about a month working on that. Everything from a rain effect that I designed myself and all this. I had to learn how to. And I was an old guy going back. I was went to Mount Sac, but I was an old guy and I had to go to school to learn how to be a web designer. So now I can do some of that stuff. And the thumbnails on my channel, I do those. And like I said, but there's not much work on that. And I'd rather do acting. I'd like to do both. I like to do both. I got a job offer for a temporary job working with a disaster thing with like Malibu and a few other places in California. And they need someone to help them in their HR department doing stuff like that. So I'm not really that good. I mean, you can be really fast, you can be really good. It's hard to be really fast and really good. And if there's a current disaster they need to get information out, I'm just not their guy. And I told them, I'll be honest. People say, how do you know what roles to put in for? And I go, acting. I mean, it's not like a box of chocolate, but it's like spaghetti. You take those noodles and you throw them at the wall, and whatever's stuck to the wall, that's it. So all the rolls there are, I take it and I put all those rolls and throw it against the wall, and if something sticks, that's for me. But I've got some good stuff. I was on Nip Tuck. That was a good one. I made a commercial. I've made many commercials, videos, television programs. I was a regular on The Office for 7 episodes. That's kind of a big deal. Full Circle. If you see Full Circle 2, I was on every episode of that. And you get some good stuff. As long as you're, I think, a nice person, it helps. If you're nice and you thank people and you tell them all that. I thank everyone. Whoever cooks the food, hey, thanks, man, that was good, thank you. And they help me modify food. They'll let us wrap a burger for me. I'll say, oh, David, what's the matter? You don't like that? I say, no, I do like that. I can't have that sauce, and because it looks like ketchup, and that's a lot of carbs. So well, I'll make another one without that sauce. I'll make you some sauce, a low carb sauce. I know how to make. I used to work. He worked as a nutritionist, and so they do a lot of nice things. If you're nice to them, they're usually nice to you. Now some are not nice. Some are not nice. And if your mama or your grandmama says, oh, I love that guy, he's a great actor, he's such a great person, you're so lucky to work with him, he must be the nicest man in the world. And no, he is not. He is a, something sucker. But you got to tell them, oh yeah, he's great, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. It's just an image they see on the television, and they think, well, if he plays the nice guy who makes lemonade and runs around with the kids and plays basketball, he's a great guy, but he's not a great guy. And some people think, oh, I don't think he would be very nice or extremely nice. So it's not, the television is not that, So, I worked with Tom Hanks. I worked with Tom Hanks on The Terminal, and also on, what was it called? The Circle, the one with him and the lady who was on, he was on that one. She was on Harry Potter, the lady from Harry Potter. She was nice. The thing about the women, or the young women, when they see me, they talk to me, and they like me, and I like them. We joke around. We talk about different things, talk about school and how things have changed and technology. And I think the reason is they don't think I'm hitting on them. I'm 63 years old. I work with Lindsay Lohan. I work with Jennifer Love Hewitt, huge, whatever. A lot of people say, oh, they're really stuck up, and you're not going to like them. They're mean and bad. Perfectly nice to this guy. I was a dog walker on Georgia Rule, and myself and Lindsay Lohan, we were talking. It was her 21st birthday. She celebrated her birthday there. And, so those are cool. Lindsay Lohan, very pretty. Jennifer Love Hewitt. She was pretty. I worked with a lot of very beautiful women. If you like scary movies and Japanese movie, like Dragon Ball Z, that Billy Bob guy from Dragon Ball Z, Billy Bob, he still does that stuff, and he throws a ball, and then I think he's also on Pokemon. I don't know. But there's a guy on Dragon Ball Z. His name is Billy Bob. Matthew can probably show you guys a photo. Matthew, in the comment sections, please draw us a photo of Billy Bob, the star of Dragon Ball Z. But I worked on that movie called Flight 7500. Flight 7500, and on that movie, the guy who made that movie, he made Grunge, the famous Japanese horror movie guy, and he ain't speaking no English. And the guy that was his translator, he was white as snow. He was this white, and he spoke fluent Japanese. And so I asked him, well, how do you speak fluent Japanese? And I guess he was ready for that. It's not like, how did you get to be so fat? How come you're so stupid? But I'm sure he's asked that question, like, how do you speak? Or how's the weather up there? How tall are you? People ask a lot of stupid stuff, but we designed and we create a rapport with each other over drinking coffee, and he was showing me some kind of a tea because I had a sore throat, and he showed me this tea that he has from Japan, and it's a Japanese medicinal, not a Chinese medicinal. It's different, and I had a scratchy voice, and then boom, it was cured. One cup of tea. But he was a translator for him, and the reason he does that is he lived in Japan and speaks the language of Japanese fluently, without a glitch. And the director would talk, and he would tell us, and then he'd tell them what we said, and all of that, and a lot of fun. And yeah, that was called Flight 7500. I was with Nikki Whelan, beautiful young lady, very nice. She's from Australia. Everything she's English, but she's from Australia. Very nice. So you get a chance to do a lot of fun stuff. But if you don't hit on them and you don't act stupid, a lot of people are like, really that's stupid. They try to get them to talk to them. I was working on ER with George Clooney, and I was sitting holding, and George Clooney walks up behind me, and he goes like this on my shoulder. Air Force, huh? And I was like, huh? Oh, yes, sir, I was in the Air Force. And he's, oh, thank you for your service. That's great. And he shook my hand and walked off. And people going, oh, he's so nice. Oh, my God, George Clooney went your shoulder and on your hand and said, thank you for your service. He's the nicest guy in the world. I said, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. I think he did brain surgery on the Pope. I don't know. But, yeah, George Clooney. And he is very nice. Some extremely nice people. Extremely nice. And that's always great, Some of the nicest ones, of course, would be Henry Winkler, probably top nicest. Everybody on The Office, Rashida Jones, super nice. All of them, very, very nice. People thought that Rashida Jones would be stuck up. Nope. Then Martin Sheen. I was on West Wing a number of times. Very, very nice. And also Schmidt was his name, the tall guy. Nice. Almost all of them are nice. There's been a few that weren't, and I don't ever say it, because they will give me the old blacklist of Rooney. I don't want the blacklist of Rooney. It's hard enough to get work as it is when you're a no-talent fat dude like this. So if anyone's on here that has any work looking for a no-talent fat dude, I'm right here. I have played Santa Claus a lot, not this year, because I'm working on some other stuff, and I have an injury to my foot, so I can't really wear boots right now. But, yeah. So, some are nice, and some are not nice. I think he's going to do the reboot. Steve Carell, very, very nice too. He was getting every role. It was like, for a while there, Tom Hanks got all the roles. For a while there, Carrie got all the roles. For a while there, he got all the roles. It's like, yeah, who's the man in their 40s plus that we can give a role to? Right here. But he was very nice to me. And they had their own studio. They had their entire own kitchen. Man, and he's hilarious. He is hilarious. I would just listen to him and just laugh. You gotta be careful because it's a single camera, and some people can't watch The Office because it bounces around like this a lot, and it makes them. It's kind of like Captain EO or some of the rides at Disneyland where they have the strobes and they have all that, and they get sick from that. Or they say they do, right? They're lying. I'm sick. Oh, give me money. But yeah, he's very, very funny, and very, very nice. And let's see. Yeah, everyone on the show was good to us. For us, a lot of people think, well, how is that actor with you? And it's, oh, that actor was good. How is that singer with you? Oh, that singer was good. You work with a very, very famous person. I mean, I work with some very famous people. I met famous people. I met presidents. But my main interaction is behind the camera. I'm working with the directors, the producers. I'm working with the AD, which is assistant director, the PA, which is the production assistant. I'm working with those kind of people, the boom operator. One time we were joking around. I was holding the boom, and I told him I'm gonna be the boom operator guy that has I'm so sorry. I know you really wanted to go to college, but we spent all the money on cocaine. And then they're all crying. Then the boom comes in with bonk, bumps the actor in the head, and then it goes over here. That'd be me being the boom operator. Because your arms get tired. You know how they do it. Like I said before, and I think eventually that's going to become a robotic kind of a situation. They'll program it in. The camera moves here, the move here. They do have some with a mini boom that hangs over on some of the cameras like this. Maybe on the Steadicam, which is the one that hooks on the harness, and they have a thing that comes up and over, and it's tall enough. So if I'm 5'11", and and they're filming in front of me, that camera would be taller than them most likely, unless they're 8 feet tall, which is highly unlikely. But yeah, so it's a fun business. I fell into it by mistake. I met Tobey Maguire, and he told me I should do this. I had a good look, whoop, and I'm available to work. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then when I worked with Rashida Jones, he used to date Rashida Jones, and I think they were going to get married, and they did not get married. I don't know the whole story of. They're not. It's not like they don't like each other anymore. They both spoke nice about each other, those two, but they weren't together anymore. So I was on Seabiscuit, and I met Tobey Maguire. And that was a fun experience. That was my first thing I ever did, Seabiscuit. And then from there, I was on CSI New York, and some of those were some of my first early ones. A lot of time on shows like Gilmore Girls and Malcolm in the Middle. A lot of Malcolm in the Middle. That was fun. So, but anyway, I think I'm going to log off, everyone, or everyone being only Matthew. So Matthew, please give us an illustration of a Billy Bob. We do not know what you're talking about when you say, I like Billy Bob. Billy Bob. Billy, you're talking about Seabiscuit. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, Seabiscuit. I saved the day at the Seabiscuit movie. Now, there's a little trivia for you. When they were having me film, they had me standing in front of a statue at Santa Anita. I was standing in front of a statue. Do you know what the statue was? Seabiscuit. How could it be Seabiscuit if we're making a movie about Seabiscuit running? If it'd be like if we're making a movie about George Bush, the original George Bush, Daddy Bush, and there's a thing with President Trump's head behind me. President Trump, when they have like at the VA, they'll have the big, or the poster, they'll have the big presidential portrait of Donald Trump. So I said, excuse me, folks, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. I'm brand new. I don't know the protocol. But would I really be standing in front of a statue of this horse that hasn't run yet? And they went, oh, no, we'd have to reshoot that entire thing, bring back in all the cast. And that's how I met some of the people there that were the higher-ups in the acting hierarchy, because I caught that. Standing in front of a Seabiscuit statue about a race that hadn't happened yet. So that was funny for the 1930s. But yeah, a lot of fun. If anybody else wants to get involved in acting, remember, throw it in the comment section, and I will see if I can hook you up. If you're a big fat guy my age, it might be a little bit slower to get you in there. It might be a thing of, hey, if we need 15 fat guys that look like you in your age range, let's say 50 to 65, we need 20 of them. So maybe I'll do, but if it's we need one fat guy, he's right here. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.